guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually doing this voiceover on my back porch, so if you start to hear nature and traffic, you know where I am. So pretty much I decided to go ahead and record part 2 of my chair. Let me tell y'all something. It's a lot of pinning and unpinning when you don't know how to do something, but you learn along the way. My thing is I need to remember exactly what I did. So when I decided to do this chair again, I'll know the do's and don'ts. So I took it upon myself to kind of go ahead and start, you know, tightening up some of these tags. I'm gonna tell you something about these tags. I don't know, but they all was bending really easy. I got these tags from Walmart.com from some company out of China. So I got one big bag. Was it 100 or 200? I'm thinking probably 200. But yeah, so every so often I see one just sitting there, but it's actually not in the wood. Because like I said, I had issues with the wood being soft, and it had so much staples and stuff in it, so it made it kind of hard, but that's okay because I'm not giving up on my chair. I've gotten this far with it. So I was just kind of going through, taking out the ones that were looking crazy and putting them back in. Do want to let you know, if you ever use a rubber mallet on anything that's white, like a white tack, and the rubber rubs off on the white tack, easy trick. Get an eraser from off of the back of a pencil and just erase it off, and it comes right off. That's all it is. Just a smudge mark. So yeah, so I started trying to pin them down, and as you can see, some of them was not going down. They would rather bend and lean, but you know what, I can't really say it was a thumbtacks because I've tried to beat in nails and the nails would just be leaning and rocking. It's got to be me. I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'll be doing. As you can see, I probably don't. So yes, it is after work on a Tuesday, and y'all know my background always will be looking a hot mess. So I decided to go ahead and beat those in. And you know something, like I'll be having these big ideas and big plans in my mind, but they never include the fact that I need to like sit down and think it through. Would y'all believe I did all this? I'm gonna show you what happened. So I'm sitting here just beating it all in because I was trying to actually figure out if I wanted to put text in between the text that I already had. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So the arm, let's talk about the arm. So remember I cut my material too short on one side. So what I did was I got rid of some of the foam to the very top, so it won't be bulky. And I'll show you in a few what it looks like. Y'all see me beating them all on some of those tacks in, and I got to turn right around and take it out. So what I was doing here, I was going to cut it and leave the raw edges, but I decided to do a tuck method. So I'm going to do a whole lot of tucking, and there were certain sections that I was beating down like crazy. And yeah, I got a lot of bent tacks because I should have pulled them out and tucked them and then, you know, tacked them down, and I did not. So this is what I would do because it looks a whole lot better. Yeah, my paint job looked like trash. It looked like I didn't even paint it good. Like I'm gonna have to go back over once I get done with a brush and slowly, a small brush, slowly take my time and just paint. My paint is scuffed up, didn't go in certain places, half the feet painted, half painted. It's just a hot mess, but I'm determined to do my message here to prove to myself that I can do this. So you can see what I did. I was pretty much cutting off all the extra material and lining up my tacks. I had another issue too. My tacks were not in line, but it's kind of hard when you have pieces of the wood missing from me pulling out the staples and stuff. So I went ahead and made it work. I was eyeballing the gaps, and I'm sure them gaps look hella crazy, but you know, only I can see it with my good eyes. So I went ahead and just tacked it down because I had to get a feel and try to see what this was gonna look like. And so far, it didn't look too bad for a beginner, somebody who's clueless. So another thing I need to remember also is that I need to make sure that my pattern is correct, because on the back, I don't know if it's upside down or down, right side up, or maybe it might be fine. So we'll see what happens. But today was a day where I was going to work on the back and the side. Um, and once I get into work mode doing this, it's hard for me to stop. So that's what we're looking at now. I was trying to figure out exactly where I should put a tack at, because I don't want to over tack it, but then if I'm attacking, I need the tack to look right and not look just trashy and thrown together. I mean, it's not thrown together, you know, it's just tacked together, something like that. So yeah, that was just me pretty much thinking. But you see the arms? See, my arms were thick. I'm gonna try to insert a picture. My arms were thicker right there, so I cut off all that foam. And this material is so thick, it wouldn't even hurt my arm, but I still need to think of a way to cover those arms because that fabric is too short. So I'm gonna think of something. And then I got parts where the paint didn't even touch. So, you know, I got the low key rig some stuff up, but I bought that sample paint. I think it's called Silver Somebody, but it looks like an all white. I bought the sample paint from Lowe's. It was like $4.98. I love that. So now I can just go in there. If they had a lot of little cute little samples and just buy a whole bunch of paint. I ain't had to paint, but for some reason I just desire to have all this stuff in the apartment. So yeah. So my chair arms is looking a lot better versus the big old fat arms that I had. So I had to pin it down to try to get an idea of how this was going to set. And like I was saying, it was nice and soft, so it wouldn't hurt the arm. But ain't nobody gonna be in here resting their arm on my chair. It's just me. I know what I was thinking. So I was thinking about putting a pillow or something there, or putting a small piece of cushion. So I don't know. I'll see. And the front, um, I was gonna put a piece there, but I was like, no, I can start from the top, which is the back, all the way down, and bring it down over. So that's what I was extending. I just gotta figure out how to do the sides. So because I cut it short and I messed up the arms, so it's supposed to go over, but you know, I screwed that up successfully. So I'm gonna work on that outside, and the inside gonna be a whole different project because what's gonna take it longer is the fact that those arms is not complete. I was actually gonna leave that hanging, but I was like, nah, that's gonna look a hot mess. You know how the chair look up under that material? So I was like, no, let me go ahead and cut it off. And I started to just snip it right in the middle, but you know, let me tell you something. I have a bad habit of eyeballing things. I don't need to eyeball nothing. My eyes ain't the best, especially not at night. But yeah, I don't need to be eyeballing nothing. Excuse any background noise you hear. Some people are starting to come out on their back porch. It's cool out here, and I don't blame them, but yeah. So I just went ahead, and as you can see, I am cutting off the excess. I was actually going to leave it just, you know, kind of draped on the floor, but I'm not trying to go for that type of effect. Yeah, I'm still in awe about how much more material I have left over, and that I actually found this for $10. Yeah, this material is really thick. Like it's really nice and really thick, and I like that. And it made this project so much easier. Oh my God, that was a blessing from God. I thank God for that. But I am still on the hunt for more material, but just not for my chair. Is actually for my sofa. But we're gonna do a video about that because I'm gonna make the attempt to make a cover. But I actually know what I'm going to use to cover the sofa. But we're gonna talk about that another time. First thing first. Okay. So I'll start ranting. And I was like, I was looking at this, but there's a part of that chair. Y'all see where the paint didn't make it on the feet? I know that looked a hot mess, but I'm gonna sit down with a small paintbrush and touch all that up. So I decided to do the fold over method. Now, mind you, you see at the beginning of the video, I was taking the rubber hammer mallet thing. Yeah, I got that thing from a Dollar Tree like years ago. I saw it one time and got it, and this is my first time really using it, and I hadn't seen it since. Speaking of Dollar Tree, I need to get up when I do this voiceover and get to Dollar Tree. But anyway, so yeah, I decided to go ahead and scroll on down and go ahead and start doing the tuck and tack method. And y'all, I was beating all these tacks in. I apologize. My sinus is doing this mess again. I don't know what it is about YouTube. This thing got crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I just I was kind of aggravated with myself because y'all, I have taken these tacks out of this chair and put this chair so much freaking time. I did not see this coming at all. I have taken them out so many freaking times, but I got it done. I kind of like the way that was looking right there. And I kind of should have done that because looking at it at this angle, it looks good. But I was like, no, I want the bottom part to show. But I'm going to have, yeah, that's the part right there I want to show. But, needless to say, I will have to definitely redo that paint job because good googly moogly. That don't make no doggone sense. So, and you know what, y'all, this is a staple puller. I had another one that looked like it looked like a two-pronged fork, kind of curved up, and it does its job. That's what I needed. That's what I had. I cannot find this. I've taken everything out of my storage room and I cannot find it. And I'm kind of tempted to go get another one. But I mean, I'm going to use what I have, because if I go get another one, I'm not going to really be needing it or using it for anything. That makes sense. So, I mean, no time soon anyway. So when I redo this chair, I'm definitely thinking about getting it. But when I redo this chair again, I'm taking everything off, including the springs. I am going to sand it. Um, I'm glad I got this color paint, because if I can't really get the sand on, at least it's a paint where if I put any other color on it, it's good. So I was trying to make that corner right there, not that corner, the other corner. I'll show you, really point it so it can look right and cover that part right there. So it was a little struggle, but I finally got it, because I want to make sure that I can fold the stuff under and then cover all that foolishness that's hanging out. Y'all, my chair look a mess. If I think when I get down, if somebody was to actually see the process and see what's really under this material, they probably look at me like, are you crazy? But the good thing about tacking this down is I can use material when I get done. I don't know what I would use it on, but I can definitely use the material. And I was thinking about, and I don't know if I mentioned this, and I probably did, I'm repeating myself, that I was going to put some more tacks in the middle of each tack, but we'll see. So I'm trying to place them nice. So right now I'm at 11 minutes and some change. So what I'll probably do is, and my total right now is 13 minutes. So I may do another recording for about 2 hours. No, not. My phone can't even handle it. For about 2 minutes or less, showing you almost kind of finished work. And then I almost like it in the video. But I was trying to be so precise. But like I said, there's certain parts of the wood you can't, the tacks aren't long enough. The wood is chipped and not really there. Like, let me tell you something. Recovering a chair is no joke. Like, especially when recovering it, because you taking out old nails that's leaving holes, and there's a lot of nails. The glue is fine, but then you got those staples. Those staples were coming out this chair. They were half rusted. I don't know how old this chair is. I don't know how long they've been there. So yeah, so that was pretty much what was what with the wood. But I just, as a part of me that did not want to give them that chair. But what I will do is, the next time I do this chair, I'm going to get me some really good wood glue. You know what I noticed? Some really good wood glue. But I noticed this also. When people work on chairs, they tend to have them sitting on a higher level. I was going to actually set this on my kitchen table and kind of play with it. I wish I had like a, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of what you call it. A lazy Susan, where a big one where I can sit it down there and just spin it around and look at everything. But it's all good. Y'all, if y'all hear the guy like 4 apartments over, I apologize. It's normally not like this at night, but for some reason he wanted to come out while I'm doing the voiceover. How dare him? I'm over here trying to be great. He's not letting me. But anyway, so yeah. So I'll come back on and show y'all. I'm gonna try to finish out as much as I can. I'm getting a little tired. But anyway, so far it's looking pretty good. I'm trying to keep them tacks lined up. She trying. But I'll be back either with pictures or a quick upload. So I gotta figure out why it's just buckling here. I think it's buckling because when I was doing all that, I didn't pull. See? You see? That right there. Let me see. This side is not really a buckle. Okay, anyway. So I came back on to show you my tuck. So this is the bottom back of the chair, as you can tell. So I'm just showing you I went ahead and finished it. So let me get those sides for you. All right, so this is one side. My tacks probably ain't straight. So that's that side. Let me get the other one. Actually, I had already saw the other side because this is getting my nerve. Anyway, but this is the side you did not see. So yeah. And of course I got a lot of material here, but by the time I stretch that material, it'll be nothing. That's why I say big stretch material is the best. I got to figure out, maybe when I pull this out, because when I pull it, I don't know, I might stuff something in there to pack that in there. So yeah, so the outside is done. So let me kind of step back so you guys can see. I'm sorry guys, I'm in a small space, so this is all I got. So this is the back so far. I kind of like my little thing I call myself doing, but this one is long. I got to make this one. This one looks nice and neat. This one looks big and aggressive. I got to figure out how to, I don't know. I was trying to make these stand up, and they're like, going down, but whatever. But yeah. So far this is pretty good, but it's easy. And like I said, I'm gonna try to find that picture on Pinterest on the chair that gave me the motivation to do this. And this pattern, I guess, is it upside down or upside? Who I just I don't know. But anyway, so thanks for watching. Um, I'll come back with part 3 because I got to figure out those arms. But I'll probably do the arms last, simply because I can go ahead and start this, which I have to tack up here all along the side. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And then up in the cracks and crevices around there. But material has to go all the way like that and then to the floor. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to tack down in those cracks and crevices or if I'm going to staple them because you might not be able to see it. Oh Lord, another puzzle. But anyway, yeah. So and then of course this is this little thing, and then of course it's gonna be more parts because this gonna be parts. This gonna be a part, and then my pillow. So yeah, I got a lot of material left. So oh, you know what? Let me make sure. Hold on. So yeah, I got this for the cushion. And then I got all of this for the inside. And even if that's not enough, it may not be, I don't know, but I still have enough hair. So my screw ups got to come to a minimum. But anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll be uploading part 3. I don't know when, but I'll get there. I'm doing these projects. I'm gonna quit talking about them and do them. So until next time, you guys have a great day, great night. Probably won't upload Wednesday because I need to get my behind out the house and go to Bible study. So I'll probably upload, I don't know, between Thursday and the weekend. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.